Hello, Orange Team. It's been a long time, but God is in control. I'm so grateful to be able to come back and share a story with you guys. I am going to be reading out of the Jesus Storybook Bible. I'm excited for this. I miss you guys so much, but I'm excited that we could connect via YouTube, right? So we've been learning about different C's, and so today's C is the big C. Today's C is focused on Christ. That's right, Christ. That's a happy time. That's a happy. That puts joy in my spirit when I even think about the name of Jesus Christ. And so the title of this story is called "He's Here." And they wrote this story based off Luke 1 and 2. And so here it is. Everything was ready. The moment God had been waiting for was here at last. God was coming to help his people, just as he promised in the beginning. But how would he come? What would he be like? What would he do? Mountains would have bowed down. Seas would have roared. Trees would have clapped their hands. But the earth held its breath, as silent as snow falling. He came in. And when no one was looking, in the darkness, he came. And so I want you guys to take a look at the picture. The beautiful earth. The stars. Can you see it good? It's beautiful. There was a young girl who was engaged to a man named Joseph. Joseph was the great grandson of King David. One morning, this girl was minding her own business when suddenly a great warrior of light appeared right there in her bedroom. He was Gabriel, and he was an angel, a special messenger from heaven. When she saw the tall, shining man standing there, Mary was frightened. "You don't need to be scared," Gabriel said. "God is very happy with you." Mary looked around to see if perhaps he was talking to someone else. "Mary," Gabriel said, and he laughed with such gladness that Mary's eyes filled with sudden tears. "Mary, you're going to have a baby, a little boy. You will call him Jesus. He is God's own son. He's the one. He's the rescuer. The God who flung planets into space and kept them whirling around and around. The God who made the universe with just a word. The one who could do anything at all was making himself small and coming down as a baby. Wait, God was sending a baby to rescue the world? But it's too wonderful, Mary said, and felt her heart beating hard. How can this be true? Is anything too wonderful for God? Gabriel asked. So Mary trusted God more than what her eyes could see, and she believed. "I am God's servant," she said. "Whatever God says, I will do." Take a look at the picture. You can see the angel Gabriel, and you can also see Mary talking to him. Sure enough, it was just as the angel had said. 9 months later, Mary was almost ready to have her baby. Now Mary and Joseph took a trip to Bethlehem, the town King David was from. But when they reached the little town, they found every room was full. Every bed was taken. Go away, the innkeepers told them. There isn't a place for you. Where would they stay? Soon Mary's baby would come. They couldn't find anywhere except an old tumbled down stable. So they stayed where the cows and the donkeys and the horses stayed. You can see Mary. She's on a donkey and her husband is leading them into the town of Bethlehem. And there, in the stable, amongst the chickens and the donkeys and the cows and the quiet of the night, God gave the world his wonderful gift. The baby that would change the world was born. His baby son. Mary and Joseph wrapped him up to keep him warm. They made a soft bed of straw and used the animal's feed and trough as his cradle. And they gazed in wonder at God's great gift, wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. Mary and Joseph named him Jesus, Emmanuel, which means God has come to live with us. Because of course, he had. And as you see, baby Jesus in the manger, in the cradle, where the animals and Mary and Joseph are in awe of God's Son. He's here. And so for today's exercise, this is what it will look like. So what do you think this is? It's what they made for Jesus to lay in. You have the cradle. You have the straw. You have Jesus, the baby. This is his head. This is what they swaddled him in, the cloth. And down here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it says, "For unto us a child is born." Isaiah 9:6. So I want you to remember Isaiah 9:6. If you have a piece of paper or a pencil or pen, just write that down to keep a note. Isaiah 9:6. So when you're done with this exercise, you can write on here, "For unto us a child is born." Isaiah 9:6. So this is pretty simple. So hopefully you have your supplies out. You should have a piece of construction paper of this color. You should have a white piece of paper as well. You should have a pair of scissors. You should have a glue stick or any type of glue. You should have a cotton ball. And you should have 2 wooden popsicle sticks. Okay? So I don't have the full paper right here. I actually cut this one in half. You can keep it full like I did on this first one, or you can cut it in half. It's totally up to you. It's not a problem. So it's pretty simple, guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the popsicle stick. You're going to put your glue, however you have it, a stick, this type of liquid glue, however you have it. You're going to put glue on the stick, and you're going to put it down on the piece of paper like so. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the next one and you're going to do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. But you're just going to cross them over. So it's kind of, in a sense, like a V. Like a V. Like so. So you'll stick it on like this. Of course, you're going to have to give it time to dry, right? So you do it like this, like so. You see that? So what I did with mine, oh, I dropped my yarn. What I did with mine is that I put the glue in the middle, in between the two. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I put the glue in the middle like that, right? And so then I took my yarn, and I just, wherever the glue was, I put the yarn in the center of that. So I'm doing that. And You may not use all of your yarn, and that's perfectly fine. So what you don't glue down, just simply take your scissors and clip the remaining of the yarn off. And so that's what I did. I just glued it in the center, and the glue that was on, I just swirled it around. So you have a whole cotton ball, but what I did was I just took a little piece of the cotton ball because I didn't want baby Jesus to have like a big head, you know, but that's just mine. If you want him to have a big head, do your baby Jesus head how you want it. So what I did was I put glue right on the cotton ball, and I put his head right on the tip, like so. So then what I did next was I just took the white piece of paper and I just cut off a small piece to represent his body. I don't want it to be lopsided, right? Still lopsided. Is it? Like so. And so I take the glue, or the glue stick, whichever one you have, and then I place it right behind his head to represent his body. And so you can see that baby Jesus is sleeping on the straw, in the manger, in a cradle, and I will let that dry. And do you remember the verse I said? Isaiah 9:6. So you don't have to write the entire thing down. I just want you to focus on, for unto us a child is born. And I want you to just write that down on there, guys. And when it's all dry, you'll be finished. And you can put your art, you can put it either on your refrigerator, on your wall, but just remind yourself that the rescuer, he has come and he is risen. Until I see you guys, be safe. Keep washing your hands. Keep loving on one another. And listen to your parents. I miss you guys so much. But I will see you again if God is willing. Bye.